Hey, what's up everybody? It's Smash Corpse here with another video of mock review, this time of my recently revamped Self-moc Relic. So, I haven't done much on YouTube or mock pages in a while, so I decided to show this guy off since I've done a lot to him since the last time I had him, and I've also done a lot to him just in this past week or so. So I'm going to start off with the legs, which I can just detach right here. Alright, so start off the foot. Focus there. Okay. Ooh. There we go. Okay, so the leg here. Never seen this design before. It's just like one of these heads. I forget exactly what they're from. The disc thrower things, yeah, that's what they're from. And then I have it just filled in with a black stopper, which are very hard to find, but I have a few of them actually, so I filled it in there. Then it's connected to a Vahi neck, I think is what it's called, which gives it a lot of range of motion. It's got a really wide tilt. It's a little hindered by the armor right now, but if I take it off, you can see it's got a very wide tilt there. And I added one of these like newer pieces that give it more range. It lets it flex a little bit more. I mean, with the armor in the way, it's kind of a problem. And then in the back here, you can see it's got this kind of sloping design with this Hero Factory piece. Really like this look. Very, very cool. You see it's actually connected on a ball joint. I should not have done that because it's a pain to get back on, but that's how it's connected. And then in here, you can see these little gold pieces. That's for like, because it's supposed to be like a thruster in the back here. There we go. Which I'll get to more when I get to the body. Very compact, very complex. Everything kind of holds itself together. So yeah, it's a leg. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so looking at the upper leg, this is probably the greatest design I've ever made. I came up with this while lying in bed once, and I woke up immediately to write it down because it's so cool. So I wanted to build, I used this on the last one too, I like it so much. I wanted to build something where it had like a clitorian neck in there. Also had a hand, but then you could also attach this Nuparu, I think Nuparu armor on, and then also have this Metru piece in there. So that's what I eventually came up with. Multi-layered thing. You can see one of these pieces connects to this, which then connects to this, and then it just slides over. Very cool. Then I've just got a tooth piece there for detail. So I'm just gonna kind of cannibalize this guy here so I can show you. This is the waist, and you'll see the waist is entirely custom. It's not like a Vahi waist piece or anything. It's totally unique design. I use this piece here kind of as a joke. It looks fine, but I've always thought that piece looked a little funny, so I put it there as kind of as a joke. Yeah, it's not too complex. It's cool though. Right. So yeah, let's connect this here, and let's move on to the body here. Get the arms up out of the way here. So you can see the body just snaps on with one of these onto a twist piece, that there, and you can snap it on and it rotates, and then just a little friction trick, you can move like that. Got some black Borak eyes just to give it a slimming look. This part's so complex, it's so many different layers of stuff. I wondered maybe why, and it's because on the back here is this huge engine block like deal. I really like this piece. It uses a bunch of these kind of wedge pieces. I'm not really sure what they're called, but it kind of lines up and it turns, and that piece is coming off. Come on, there we go. Anyways, it looks really cool. And then you've got the gold piece again for the thrusters. So like the idea of him is this like gold is like this gold color is like an energy like surging out of the engine block, which is a thruster, and the legs, which thrusters do. It also reflects in his hair, and yeah, I'll get to that again. There, so it's very cool. And then here on the sides, just to fill this up, I added these, which are they're like coattails. They're really cool, actually. Just these pieces, and they can articulate a tooth, but you can also fold them out. I really like how this looks. And pieces are falling off everywhere. That's his mask. Okay, let's do the head next, I guess. So, might as well. Heads, entirely custom. Took me a long time to come up with design. I saw someone use these little Exoforce arms as eyes with this mask. This is my favorite mask. To fill in sort of like the diagonal look, and it works really well. That's how it looks. I have a gold version of this mask that I sometimes put on them, but the gold doesn't quite match up, so it looks kind of funky. Anyways, ton of gold pieces, a lot of Ninjago in here. You can actually see Blackbeard's sword from that old set. It's in here, yeah. And then just holding it together and just pop it on. You can line up the piece. Come on. There we go. So yeah, and then you can see Gold Heartlight. Arm here looks a lot like the old design, but I redid it, and it now connects to a Va'i arm. And this is actually an inverse connection. It gives a lot of range, like a lot more range than you get from your average ball joint connecting. So I really like that. It's unique, and it's very articulatable. Lower arm here. See, it's complex on the inside, but it's not that hard to figure out. I don't want to take it apart right now because it kind of falls apart really easily if you take apart like one piece, but that's another story. So I got a lot of pieces filling in stuff in here, just keeping it solid. You've got these kind of weird pieces on the side. I just like the look. Tire, and then silver, because that's sort of a skin color kind of deal. That's why its mask is silver as well. It took me forever to find that, jeez. Anyways, so just put them back together. Sorry. Leproseed in here. That word, leproseed. No. Snap. And then you can actually slide the coattails right behind the Ninja armor, like that. Also, these on the back kind of just flare. So yeah, that's him in a nutshell. Ooh, falling over nutshell. It's him in a nutshell. Not too, well, pretty complex, I guess. A lot of them complex, very custom, 1000% custom. The only standard part, I guess you could say, on here is his hands. But it's very cool. I really like it. But here comes the fun part, is his arms. Now, his arms can come off, as you saw there, very easily. But part of the reason why that is A, construction, and B, you can give him other arms. I have about 6 of these. You can see them all in more detail on the mock pages. But yeah, I just started out. I built this kind of based off of Ankh. Actually, it's a little tail piece. Put it in. Kind of based off of Ankh from Kamen Rider O's. If anyone of you guys watch that, it's kind of where they got the inspiration. But you can see it's got the little arm on the inside. Just to give it some detail. Scroll armor, orange. So yeah, it's very cool. I really like. I wanted to use this design, so I kind of just built it on a whim, and then I kind of just made it into his arm, a different arm for him. So you can take off this little piece here, and he has a sword extension, as you can see, which is very cool. Black scroll sword. Got some good use out of that. Ooh, just really like it. Alright, I'll show you these in the order that I built them. Next up is this, which I saw this design, this arm design, I think on a Shadow Gear mock. Focus. Yeah, you can see it's just some Hero Factory parts. But I saw it on a Shadow Gear mock once and I wanted to try it. So I did use this flame piece, and then you got these fingers. Kind of cool looking. I like this finger idea. Which one did I build next? So this one? Yeah. So, then there's this yellow one. Just use up some yellow pieces I had left over from building MASH. You can find them on mock pages. I think I have them apart now. Unfortunately, I liked them. But anyways, this is how it looks. I like the look of this a lot. I really like the bulky look and how it kind of slims down. But my problem, it's very part piece. If construction-wise, it's really bad. Take this off here. You can see it's this part. This like ball joint just sandwiches in there to keep it from moving back and forth. It's got these ball joints that do nothing, just sitting there. So I don't really like how it's designed, but it looks nice. And then you've got this sort of design just because I wanted to use some more yellow and bulk it up. Next up, we have probably my second favorite, maybe my favorite actually, arm. And this is the white one. All of them are a color, and well, actually, they're all the elements, the original 6 elements. I'll go through and show you specifically in a second here. But this is probably my favorite. It's white and black. Again, this isn't too complex. The most complex thing here is kind of how I built this. It's very solid, but it's like multi-layered and stuff. You'll notice these parts are on ball joints because they flip out. And then you can put weapons in. A couple different weapons. I think my favorite right now are these blades. Yeah, it gets big, but it looks really nice. There's also this sword and these knives. You can see pictures of that on mock pages. And the last arm I built was this one, and I really like the construction on this one. It's kind of loose, though. I have to push it back together every so often, but it's got new Paro armor that really just flows with it. It looks really nice. And then this piece from Hero Factory, I don't remember which set. I think it was that Scorpion one, but just bulk it up a little bit. And the wrist is a little skimpy, but that's okay. Ultimately, and this, just how this is built, it's really cool. If I ever do a how-to on this guy, which I probably will one day, when I have a lot of time to take him apart and put him back together, you'll see how this is built, and it's really cool. This part's cracked. I noticed that while taking pictures of him. I need to fix that. But yeah, it's cool. I really like it. So let's just put some arms on there. Just to give it a kind of look. This one, and let's do. Oh, I totally forgot this one. Okay. So unprofessional. Alright. One last arm is this blue one, the water one. Pretty bulky. I've had this design for almost as long as I've been building custom mocks. It's bulky. It's not that complex. I can take it apart right now and show you how it's built. If you can see. Then this is totally optional. You'll see why I have it in a second. So, yeah, it's not that complex. It's easy to put together. So on the side here, or no, actually on the bottom, there's a little hole peeking through this gap here. That's to put in this big gun. It's almost as long as one of his arms. It's really big. You can see the handle there. I was just throwing some random pieces together, and I built this, and then I built this arm around it. It's got this little catch here. I think it's like an ammo switcher that breaks off easily, and you've got a little tube thing here. Not really sure what it does, but point is, you can plug it on the bottom of his arm, turn around and plug the tube in right there, and wrap the fingers around, and then you've got him using this giant gun. It's an underhanded gun, which I think is cool. I like that idea design. And then just plug this on his arm. And there you go. That is Relic, Self-moc. Very cool. I really like him a lot. He's easily the best mock I've ever made. Just so many engineering tricks, so many details. It's really great. Yeah, so that was my Ash Corps. That's my Self-moc, and I'll see you guys next time.